Okay, so I was double checking the arcanes, and basically the new arcanes is a residual and a theorem arcanes. And what it does is that residual is when you kill something with the kit gun, it generates an aura. It generates a thing that generates an aura around it, dealing the base element. So in this case, it's ice, but there is um, let's see. Okay, so the residual ones, they once you have scored a kill with the kit gun, it has a 20% chance to generate a pool or a field that deals damage over time in it. And it says that when you're standing in the field, the element bonus or the element it does applies to Theorem Arcanes, and Theorem Arcanes are Warframe Arcanes that gives you a boost to certain things, or rather, in this case, it's Theorem Contagion is it generates a orb that floats around you every 2 seconds and attacks the nearest enemy, dealing 150 damage and making them weaker to the orb's damage type for 6 seconds. And this is a Warframe arcane. So say you do boil, every every field that you create would create a you'll be able to generate an orb on it, and the orb would deal fire damage, but more importantly, it softens them up for 200% damage type of that type. However, since this is base element types, it's not particularly very strong, but I think the fire one is probably the more prominent one that is going to happen. Oh, rather, I think Arcane Boil and Shock are probably going to be the two that gets used the most, but I think Boil is probably the one that's the stronger one of the two. Simply because the fire effect, it reduces armor as well. So not only does it deal heat damage, it applies fire. It reduces armor. Shock is just AoE stuns, so kind of okay. I'm not sure about the slow one and the toxic one, but pretty sure the toxic one is not. It's not gonna be used. Like if you can do anything about it, you're probably not gonna be using it. So Theorem Contagion basically softens up enemy based on whatever residual you have. Uh, Dem Demucint. Um, it's actually a pretty good one because it boosts your weapon damage by 12% up to 15 stacks. Yeah, that's really high. It's 12% for every second. Uh, and if you leave the field, it lasts for 20 seconds and it stacks up 15 times. The question is, do you need 15 different zones, or can you stand in the same zones over like once every second? I think that's what it means by 12% per second, is that every second that you stand on it, you get a stack, and it lasts up to 15, and you can get to 15 stacks. So I think if you're going for DPS, this is probably the one go-to. I don't think this will be used in Eidolon hunts. Yes, it's a lot of damage, but no, you don't actually score kills with your kit guns. You score kills with your operator because of the Vomvalist is immune to weapon damage. But this is gonna add a lot of damage to regular game. Not I want to say regular gameplay, but it's probably less than that because you're on the move most of the time. So it's probably gonna be more prominent in like defense, survival, mobile defense is gonna be a bit more effective because you can find the field, stay in it for a little bit before you leave, and not fall behind the rest of your team. That's the important part. And then infection, I don't know. I'm going to use it. I'm gonna see if I can get a full set of it and then use it. But it's 24% for 15 times. So you're looking around 360% damage. for summon allies, I'm I don't know what to do with it, because the people that can have companions and summon allies would be like Atlas for his golems, Korra for the pets. Oh, oh, you know what though? The Shield of or Shadow build Necros. That that might go bonkers. That might go bonkers. Um, Alternatively, there is always. Oh, would the arcane in the kit gun work for Equinox? Because you have an augment that splits Equinox into two. Wait, 200 for 24% damage, but it takes the damage type. So your target you deal an additional your allies deal an additional 360% heat damage. Honestly, I think it might be okay. Because my Necros build runs 200% strength, so I think that's like 300% damage naturally. Or maybe it's 200% damage. And then you add on additional fire damage. I think it should be okay actually. If you go Shield of Shadows, I think Residual Shock and the Ice one would be better. Just for, say you have like 7 shadows all shooting at once, they should be able to suppress the enemy with just enough slows and stuns. Might be decent. And this is 15 times, so what, like 100, 160? No, 180% fire damage. Wouldn't be bad, but yeah, I think this will be for the general use. Contagion is going to be, no, I think Contagion is going to be more of a general use. Oh, you know, it'd be interesting to test out though. To see if the bonus ice from the from this one combines with this one. So say I have the new hentai gun. This is the kit gun with the what was it? The Vermisplicer head. And so it has innate toxin. Now I need to find out if that cold would mix in with the toxin and create viral. If it does, I can probably do some really janky stuff with it. Like set the weapon for viral blast. No, corrosive heat, and then trigger and then turn it into corrosive blast on demand. No, that's a bad idea. Corrosive blast is just not strong enough. Boost viral damage? No. Let's say radiation toxin, and then I can turn the toxin into temporary viral. Maybe something like that, but I'm not sure yet. I need to get the stuff first, and I'm very excited for it, because holy crap, the number of jank I can do with these two is probably quite a bit. Yeah, like Theorem Infection, I can give my Shield of Shadows, or rather Necros of Shadows, additional fire damage, but if I remember correctly, Volt's Shock, Oberon's was it the Smite? Ember's not Fireball. That one didn't make it. But and Frost has Ice Wave, so I can give my minions additional radiation as Necros if I ditch. I'm gonna keep Soul Punch. I'm probably gonna be ditching Terrify, so I can go like all of my minions have some radiation damage. On top of that, have some cold or shock or some whatever. Uh, maybe it'll work. I need to test it out. Well, I need to get a full set first. So, but sounds kind of funny. Might actually work. Or if I give him Volt, or if I give Necros Volt, so I can have the electrical augments, and then just give them Boil or Viremia, the poison one, the toxin one, and see if they combine. But honestly, if they do combine, what would I do with it? Because it's not... I can't make viral due to... Saren is Molt. Yeah, so Helminth can have Molt from Saren. It has... I think it's literally just Volt and Oberon. But if I want to do these elemental combination, I think it's Boils. Because this gives me magnetic, this will give me just electric, this will give me corrosive, and this gives me radiation. On the other hand, this is way too much setup, and might as well, why don't I just go and give him Oberon then? Just give him Oberon Smite. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's literally just, I'm just overthinking it. Anyway, to-do list, get myself a couple of these, see if I can check if they do elemental combination. If they don't, it'd be interesting. And if they do, it's just like a element boost kind of thing. One element, sort of like you want viral radiation, you want more virals than radiation, and then suddenly a whole bunch of enemies pop up in front of you and need to proc more viral radiation. Then you can stand inside one of the puddles made from like a fire electric. The electric will CC them, fire will CC them, and then you use this to apply a heftier chunk of radiation damage over viral. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the way that people might be using it. On the other hand, I'm probably expecting people to not use this at all. But it'll be fun. I want to test this out. That's gonna be it for now. Simply because I need to go farm up at least a full set of Malodor. Well, I don't need a full set. I have enough for 10%, so... And then I need to get one of these, which you need to clear the Necromech Vault, and then so you can go get these. Oh, I don't know. It's gonna just take a while, a bit of work. Or I can buy it, but it's gonna be expensive. Nah, I'll just farm it up. Eventually I'll have it, right? Eventually.